Welcome back, everyone, to the Mohawk College E-Bark Center. My name is Harrison Myers. I'm joined today once again with Matt Jandrew, and we are getting ready for the men's side. We saw the women play, now we are ready with the men. We have, of course, Mohawk College going up against Clair Saints once again. Matt, what do you have for us?
This one, Harrison, is going to be a heavyweight bout for sure. Both of these squads undefeated at this point. The Mohawk men's squad 4-0. St. Clair only 2-0, still undefeated, and they're leading the entire OCAA in just about every single offensive statistical category. Points per game, field goal percentage, three-point percentage, all #1 for this St. Clair squad. Obviously, the Mohawk Mountaineers have faced more opponents, so it's going to be a big game. I mean, we've seen huge wins from the men, but we haven't really seen them have a challenge. We haven't seen them been in a close game in the fourth quarter, so I'm looking forward to seeing what they can do in what is surely going to be a really, really tough competition.
This could be that game that we've been looking for. Last season, the Mohawk men lost twice in both games to St. Clair. The first one, they lost 89-96. The second one, much closer, 65-69. So definitely not out of reach in either one of those games, but you'll be looking to pick up that victory. As you see, both teams, as we said, Mountaineers have played 2 more games. However, both teams undefeated, and this could be that close game that we haven't seen yet so far in the basketball season for either the men or the women.
No, definitely not. As you saw, like you said, Harrison, on the screen there a moment ago, the standings there, 1 and 2 in the West Division. So you are looking at the top 2 contending teams in this division. Last game for the Mountaineers, a 104-58 win over the Candor Panthers. So talk about a blowout. I mean, 40-plus points there. Marco Dosen, who we've seen succeed all year, did his thing. They had 18 points off the second chance opportunities, 29 points off of turnovers, and they shot almost 48% of the field. So if that's not a recipe for success in a basketball game, I don't know what is. I would love to see how this team responds to some real adversity against a legit squad here who is, like you said, contending for the top spot in this division.
A good start will definitely be needed. Definitely something both teams would want to have. So far, in starts of the games, it's been relatively slow. However, in the last one, we just saw basically 20 minutes earlier, it was quick, it was fast for the women. We'll see if the men will be the same. Both teams definitely knowing how good each other are as the referees getting ready for this one. They come around our booth.
And fist bumps all around, Harrison.
Fist bumps all around, and there is definitely even more packed out house. If it wasn't packed out before, it is packed out now. Both of these teams will have a, well, let's see if there's pressure, you know, playing in front of a big crowd. About, what, 50, 100 people? I don't know.
Hard to say. We really should know the capacity of the D-Bark, but it's definitely almost at that capacity. And like you said, I think maybe the addition of the girls team coming out to watch the guys is filling it out ever so slightly more. But yeah, the fans out here in force. Both teams looking to continue their winning streak, and I think we're maybe just about ready for the Canadian National Anthem any moment here.
I think we are. All smiles from the Mountaineer huddle. As the Saints finish up with theirs. As with a minute left now on the clock, the national anthems will begin. We will be back shortly with the start of this game.
Center for OCAA men's basketball action, featuring the visiting St. Clair Saints and your Mohawk Mountaineers. Mohawk College is a proud member of the Ontario Colleges Athletic Association, and as a member adheres to the fair play policy as outlined by the OCAA. Mohawk College staff and the game officials have the right to remove any spectator exhibiting unsportsmanlike, rude, and or objectionable behavior as well as foul language during the match. Please choose Starting at guard number 23, Troy Deckers. And finally, starting at guard number 24, Andrew Loyick. And the head coaches for St. Clair tonight are Brandon Sagan and Matt Sykes. And now, here are the starters for your Mohawk Mountaineers. Starting at point guard from Oakville, Ontario, number 3, Iverson Cha. Starting at guard from Hamilton, Ontario, number 5, Scott Jenkins. Starting at forward from Scarborough, Ontario, number 13, James
Obviously, as always, awesome starting lineup announcement. We are getting ready to get this one underway. As we said, a packed out crowd ready for this one between the Saints and the Mountaineers. Once again, this time the men's side is here we go. Off the inbound, won by the Saints. It'll be controlled for the first time by Loyick. Loyick now in the corner, takes the 3, just off the rim. We've seen a couple of those on the women's game, but immediately the Mountaineers come back on the attack. Foul is called as down went Raza, and he will get the first trip to line in the first 2 free throws.
And on that St. Clair side, watch out for number 4, Jacob Masters. He's 4th in the OCAA in points per game with 18.5. So he's been a prolific, consistent scorer, despite just, like we said, the 2 games. But in those 2 games, he has played stellar for the St. Clair side. So watch him as Raza gets the first points of the game to fall.
Raza starting the game off at the line, making his first free throw. Second one is good as well. Off the inbound and will be controlled by Andrew Loyick. Loyick played it off immediately to Neckers. Neckers pass it off to the man that you called out, Masters. Now in the corner, Neckers makes the move around Raza. Floater is good. Soft touch around the rim. And as we were saying, this has the chance of being a close game, and obviously only less than a minute in. So far so good as Chong driving in. No good. Rebound is up and in. That'll be all too easy for Marco Dosen. And a violation committed by the Saints. So the Mountaineers will get a break and we'll get it right back.
Good opportunity for 2-for-1 points here. As Dosen, like you said, got a nice put back on the second chance effort.
Not sure what the violation was. That inbound is going to go out of play. So as the Mountaineers had a chance to get more points, they're not able to. Inbound taken from Neckers. Neckers back to Loyick. Now Masters. Masters driving. Dosen right there against him. Loyick out to Neckers. Neckers against Raza. Takes the jumper and banks it in. Starting off strong with back-to-back made baskets. It's Chong. Gets the mismatch now. Nice dribble move going inside. No good on the right-handed layup. Great defense coming from Tia, but given away immediately.
Jenkins
the other
broke
side.
that up nicely.
It's Chong, nothing but net. Straight out of LA Fitness. That's who you can thank for that three, totally. As Loic driving now on Chong, puts it down inside. And that one out of play is another turnover. Will give the Mountaineers possession right back. And as you said, Matt, great defense from Scott Jenkins as he will be, I think what it seems, he will get the matchup of guarding Jacob Masters. So that'll be tough.
Yeah, I think he's up to the challenge, but we'll see. I mean, you're playing a St. Clair team who finished with the 3rd place medal last year with Raza sinking one. How about that?
How about that? Scraping all of that one to get it to fall. Now Masters from way downtown. Little return fire.
A little taste of why he's in the top 5 in scoring, and back-to-back 3-pointers on either end of the floor.
Jenkins drives in, plays it back out to Mercury. Mercury loses it, and now here comes Masters the other way. Mercury able to deflect it, and stolen by Chong in a battle against Neckers. Loses it off the foot of Neckers once again, but the Mountaineers somehow recover it. Now Mercury, he drives in, goes for the layup, fouled hard, and he'll take a nice trip to the line.
So back and forth action, just like we suspected, Harrison, coming into this one. We got to look at that foul on Mercury. But either side, not giving up a whole lot of space.
Is Tia coming out of the game?
I think he's coming out for his brother there. That's Musa Tia coming into the game.
From one tall guy to another tall guy. I mean, I guess it does seem that they are brothers, how tall they both are. So Mercury's first free throw is short. Second free throw off, but rebound collected by Raza. Able to get onto that one. Mercury outside to Dosen for 3, short. Raza with the rebound, no foul called. Mercury with the rebound, no foul once again. Some good defense from the Saints. Mercury now trying to stay in front of Loic. Loic still with it, great defense from Mercury. Screen coming there by Tia. Now Neckers driving on Mercury, fakes the jumper, plays it down low. Tia's hook shot, short. Dosen able to get the rebound. And now Jenkins will bring it up for the Mountaineers. Gets a double screen, plays it down low to Dosen, but it's out of his reach. And a sub being made by the Mountaineers. First sub for them of this game was Scott Jenkins coming out.
Dante Richards coming in there for him. So, you know, with the handful that is Masters, you have to think they'll keep a fresh defender on him.
Masters, floater, no good. Rebounds his own miss, passes out to Loic, gives it across to Neckers. He drives in, banks in the floater. He has made all 3 of his shots tonight. Richards now gives it to Chong. Chong guarded tightly by Brown Fazekas. Down low, Dosen, no good. Rebounds his own miss. Second opportunity, no good, but he is fouled and will get a trip to the line. Jalen Jackson also seems to be getting ready to come into the game. With the Saints as well making a sub of their own.
The scoring drying up on either end of the floor in the last couple minutes, Harrison, after a flurry of scoring and a dueling 3-point battle.
You know, similar to the women's game, the defense has been excellent. You know, some threes going back and forth, some good offense, but the defense from both teams has been very good. His first free throw from Dosen does go in. Second one, friendly bounce. He will go 2 for 2 from the line. Once again, the Saints will have possession. Neckers has been one of their shining lights so far in this one, making all 3 of his shots. Back out, the drive onto Raza, deflected by Richards, lands back to Tia, no good. Mountaineers do get it back. Richards bringing up the ball, receives the screen, gives it out to Dosen. Dosen, spin move, no good. Rebound there by Jackson. Not able to put that one back in. Coming back now is Loyick. Andrew Loyick, still with it, gives it to Neckers, guarded by Chong. Spin move on him, leaves it out. Tia, driving, Loyick now drives, and the foul, or no, actually, charge.
Called on the charge there.
Great defensive play by Iverson Chong.
Much to the dismay of the entire St. Clair bench. You can see them in the replay there.
And I mean, good call by the ref. His feet were planted. He was not in any sort of movement, was not vertical one bit.
Credit to him for taking a charge from a big man. I mean, it's a thankless job, I think, sometimes, taking a charge.
Definitely is. As Chong will bring it up now for the Mountaineers. Guarded tightly by Brown Fazekas. Chong receives a screen, plays it out to Richards. Richards, as they try to get the mismatch there of Margin down low as Chong drives, goes for the layup, no good. Rebound, controlled as a diving Neckers into the crowd. Seems everyone is okay as
more subs. Like I said, Iverson Chong coming out of the game. With the pace of this one, I don't blame either side for keeping the legs fresh out there. It has been a lot of up and down.
Elton Adam has checked in the game. He's been one of those players to watch on this Mountaineer squad in the games we commentated. And a wide open three there for Kyle Brown Fazekas. He makes no doubt about that one.
Yeah, let the crowd know how good he was feeling about it afterwards. Nice little celly.
High game at 12. Adam with it, plays it off. Rajan thought about the shot, doesn't take it. Adam now driving in the corner. Shot clock winding down, and Rajan not able to control that one. And that one will be another turnover, this time on the Mountaineers. Kugnami is checked in for Neckers. Brown Fazekas trying to find any sort of help he can. Does, but that one off the hands of Kugnami. The Mountaineers, if they're giving up the ball, they will get it right back.
It's a good leading pass there. Just not quite the timing that you'd want, but a great idea with a player cutting into the paint. And yeah, this tight defensive face-off continues as both sides are looking to break this 12-12 deadlock.
Richards plays it off to Mladen, and he is called on the travel. So another turnover, third straight turnover of the last three possessions for both teams. But even in this first quarter, the Mountaineers staying with the press, not necessarily insanely high press, but Richards and Adam are guarding as closely as they can with these Saint guards. Fazekas against Richards, trying to make any sort of move, trying to find anyone he can, does leave it up to Loyick. Loyick waiting, trying to dribble past Adam, shot clock winding down, does get a screen, stolen away by Mladen. Richards finds Adam immediately, makes the move, cuts to the inside, and a foul is called, and he'll get a chance at the line.
What a steal, though. Active hands there from Miloš Mladian. He did a great job generating a chance the other direction that will hopefully result in 2 points off of the free throws.
Both teams making a ton of subs to start off this first quarter. Maybe a bit of a chess match between these two coaches to get matchups they would like.
Obviously, you can see there's a lot of respect either way as as you said, it's kind of move, counter move with these subs.
As Adam makes his first free throw. Second free throw is good. Goes 2 for 2 at the line, and checking back into the game is Jacob Masters, bringing up the ball for the Saints. Masters guarded by Adam. Driving, takes the mid-range jumper, and it's good. That'll be something I think Matt will be seeing a lot in this game.
I think that's a fair assumption, Harrison, as they will probably look to feed Masters all night long.
Stop reaching!
Richards drove in, but a foul is called on the Saints.
Malcolm Perrin now checking in for his first bit of action.
The Mountaineers are already in the bonus, so it will be free throws for Richards.
Devin Fikes also checking in there. It's kind of a tight game so far we anticipated coming into this one, Harrison. Not a lot of difference between either side. A lot of great defense leading to some turnovers and some miscues on either end, and looks presumably, as we hopefully watch this one fall, and 2 points is all that separates them.
Free throws continue to pile on for the Mountaineers. They will happily take those. This time it is Richards going 2 for 2 at the line as Masters drives, kicks it out. Floater, this time seems to actually be a pass, was blocked down by Jackson, as it was Devin Fikes getting his first touches of this one, nearly causing a turnover.
Jalen Jackson listed at 6'3". When he extended like that, looked to be like he was 6'6" or 6'7".
I would have to agree with you, as Masters with the floater is good. Another basket for him to keep this game tied once again. Adam drives in, kicks it back out to Richards, finds Jackson. Jackson fakes the pass, then hands it off to Adam once again. Adam driving, goes for the layup, and a block. What a block coming from Malcolm Perrin.
That was a statement block right there. Keep this one level. Look at that. Yeah. That was a swat and a half for Perrin. Making his arrival in this game known for these Mohawk Mountaineer attackers.
Richards inbounds to Mercury for 3, way off that time. Now Masters with the pass to Tia with the slam. To give the Saints their first lead in a while, if not their first lead of the quarter. Adam with it to Jackson, tried to play Dosen, but a foul is called.
Much to the chagrin of Brendan Sagan, the head coach, or co-head coach, I should say.
I'm surprised he did not get a tech for those words there, but
The ref have thicker skin than us, I suppose.
maybe because it's early on in this game, as Richards will be checking out for Jenkins.
Dosen will hopefully be able to erase the deficit. Well, won't erase it, but maybe get them within one.
Second free throw is good to cut the lead to 1. The Saints, once again, with under 2 minutes to go, will have another chance to score. Masters has options, guarded by Jenkins. This is the matchup the Mountaineers want. He'll kick it out. Chance for the 3, doesn't take it. Corner 3 taken is good. Masters again, making the Mountaineer defense pay. Now Jackson finds Dosen. Left off Mercury. Mercury thought about taking it. In the corner, Jenkins for 3. No good. Rebound Dosen. He dribbles in. No good. Gets his own miss. Still can't go in. 2 very close chances. And now Masters on the counterattack in transition. Plays it off in the corner. No shot there. Back out. Driving on Dosen, no good. And
penalty, or excuse me, foul called against St. Clair.
Against Devin Fikes, an offensive foul was the call.
Mohawk are gonna hopefully look to get some kind of response coming out of this half, as St. Clair has been on a good run in the back half of the first quarter, and they've really put the most pressure we've seen on this Mountaineers squad so far this season, as most of your starters are back in.
Adam with the reverse layup, no good. Just can't quite seem to find a basket. Right now the Mountaineers masters with it. They'll hold it now. Asking for a screen, guarded by Adam. Gets a screen from Tia. Doesn't play it off, takes the three. Rolls in and out. You would think 9 times out of 10 that goes in. Raza.
Lucky to keep that one in bounds.
Yes, he is now Adam with it, plays it out to Jenkins. Jenkins drives back out. Dosen for 3. Yes, sir! Marco Dosen.
Just what the doctor ordered if you're a Mohawk, a 3-pointer to get this back into a 1-point game, and we'll see if they can shut the door on the final possession here in the first quarter.
Bringing it up is Lorder Fram. He will drive, but that one goes out of play with .8. Loader Fram had it deflected away from him with .8 left. The Saints, that is enough time to get up a shot, but you'll have to go quick. Looking, plays it down low, but that one, no good. No foul called there, as Hugnami was looking for it, and after the first quarter, as we kind of said, it was going to be close, and well, it has been close. A 1-point lead for the Saints.
This is definitely the most back and forth basketball we've been able to call so far here this season at the D-Bark, and I'm loving it. I mean, we've seen just a bit about everything with 3-pointers, slam dunks, mid-range, post-game. I mean, this game has had it all. Both these teams are playing at a great click, and we're going to get some replays to kind of sit back and enjoy both of these teams' successes so far.
As we are about to get ready for the second quarter of this one. If you're just joining us, a really back and forth first quarter. The Mountaineers had a much better start, in my opinion, than the Saints did, but St. Clair then ended that first quarter with a bit of a run of their own. That was ended by a Marco Dosen 3 that cut the lead down to 1, 21-20, as we are getting ready for the second quarter.
And credit to St. Clair defense. They have performed great. We saw a nasty block from Malcolm Perrin. We've seen some great defensive rebounding and a lot of smothering, shot attempts. They're forcing Mohawk into bad shots, and there's just not the space that Mohawk has become accustomed to playing with. And this is kind of what I've been curious to see in this game, is how does this Mountaineer squad that has played undefeated so far respond to their greatest challenge yet so far this season, at least in the regular season.
Chong will play it off to Dosen. Dosen driving in, back out to Chong, fakes the 3, takes the mid-range jumper, and it's good. Giving the first 2 points for the Mountaineers in this second quarter and their first lead in a few minutes. Off the bench is Neckers, who's one of the better players in scoring for the Saints in that first quarter alongside Masters. Neckers plays it out. Now with it is Reed Messiah. He drives in, layup, no good. No one able to get on the end of that one. Goes out of play, but with 1.4 left on the shot clock. A bit of confusion there, but 1.4 seconds.
So they've been, yeah, so it didn't touch the rim, I believe, is the confusion there. So shot clock definitely not resetting.
No, it's the scoreboard doesn't have a dot, so it seems like it does reset because 14 seconds is the reset time. There's actually 1.4 left.
So that was causing a little confusion, but we're all on the same page now down here, court side.
The Saints will have about a second and a half to get up some sort of shot. They play it down low, layup, no good. Able to get his own miss there, but still off. Another rebound, missed again, but a foul is called as Mountaineers not able to get the rebound there as Fikes down low. And Tia doing a great job. Not able to put it in, but they do get a free throw.
The St. Clair team has done a great job battling for second chance boards in the offensive end of the court, and it's led to a lot of second chance points, and now we'll see how they do with the free throw line. This has been one weak spot for them. They're actually ranked 18th in the OCAA as we see their first one fall, and all of free throw percentage. So if you can point out one area they would like to improve, and it would certainly be the free throw shooting, and so far Tia has got them off to a good start.
Second free throw is good to give the Saints their lead right back in this second quarter. Chong bringing the ball up for the Mountaineers. Plays it down low to Dosen. Dosen back out. Jenkins doesn't take the three. Driving right in. Layup, no good. But the battle for the rebound nearly won by the Mountaineers. Bounce everywhere. And now the outlet pass. Tia plays it down low, but that one does go out of play. Off of the hands of Reed Messiah, sorry, as he was not able to completely control that one.
Additional sweeping going on here as players are kind of finding themselves on the floor more often than not in this game with all the high octane back and forth we've been seeing, so a little extra attention needed there on the floor maintenance.
Chong will once again bring up the ball for the Mountaineers. Jenkins holding, plays it off to Raza. Raza trying to maybe find Dosen, can't quite find anybody. Chong able to play it down to Dosen, and a nice little throw up there to make it nice and easy for Marco Dosen.
Beautiful lay there by Dosen.
Beautiful finger roll as Neckers now will try to come back, plays it down low to Tia, swatted away by Jenkins. But Necker's able to recover it once again. Layup this time, no good from Tia in a mismatch situation. Jenkins now bringing it up, leaves it for Dosen, thought about the three, doesn't take it. Now on the other side is Stewart. Stewart almost loses it and does, as the Saints regain possession once again. Driving down the lane is Messia, lost it, now Chung goes the other way. Chung driving, fakes the layup on the other side, and a smooth finish from Iverson Chong.
Beautiful reverse from Iverson Chong. And the battle of the second chance, I'm sorry, no, it's not second chance, but points off of turnovers contest is starting to pile up here as both teams are springing on fast break opportunities.
Messia played it out there to Fikes, whose three-pointer is short. Now Raza bringing up the ball for the Mountaineers. Leaves it to Jenkins. He takes the three. Just short on the front of the rim. Neckers now with it, guarded by Chong. A bit of a double team there from the Mountaineers. Messia plays it across to Fikes. He plays it down. Now the three is up, off the front of the rim. Rebound Chong. Chong will now take it away. He brings up the ball, leaves it for Stewart. Stewart drives, kick out Dosen. Back out Jenkins for three. Redemption for Scott Jenkins.
Mohawk rebuilding that lead they had in the first quarter as they are now up 29-23 off of a Scott Jenkins dagger from beyond the arc.
After missing that first shot, that first three, he makes that one. Now outside Fikes for three is good. Return fire as both him and Jenkins missed their first three in the second quarter. They both get it right back. Now Chong will try to get it back himself. Layup short or just off the back of the rim. A foul maybe.
Mountaineers going to get the ball there though. Mountaineers, a lot of bodies flying around there, hard to tell, but clearly Mountaineers did not get the last piece of it. As we have a platoon change coming in here with lots of swaps.
Both teams making subs, and a timeout is called by the Saints.
So another tight quarter. This one almost feeling a bit like the momentum was reversed, where St. Clair came out hot, and then Mohawk has since responded and taken, you know, the game kind of back into their hands. They're only up by the 3 points now, but it's certainly feeling like this one will be decided in the last minutes of the fourth quarter, as long as all continues as it's been going. But right now there's not a clear, I would say, team who's gone out there and just taken a hold of the game and run away with it. I mean, obviously, as reflected in the scoreboard.
Seemed like the Mountaineers could have had that chance up by 6, but the three of Fikes able to put an end to that for at least a moment. They will get another chance with the ball.
And more dueling three-pointers yet again. We saw that in the first, and then the Saints kind of, yeah, like you said, returned fire instantly, not letting this Mohawk team build anything close to a double-digit lead.
Both teams will now take back to the floor. The Mountaineers still up 29 to 26 in what has been a very tight affair. It's inbounding will be Richards checking back into this game. Alongside him is Kuroda, as well as Mercury. That one goes out of play as the Saints will regain possession once again. Mountaineer press continuing, even into the second corner. Richards guarding Loyick tightly. Loyick has it tipped away. Richards with the steal, goes for the layup, and it's good. Dante Richards maybe looking for a foul, but a very nice bucket. But now the other way against Chung, the layup is good from Brown Fazekas. Return fire once again. Richards coming back quickly for the Mountaineers. Looked to maybe hand it off to Chong, wasn't able to. Does get it back, plays it to Mercury. Mercury takes the three, and it's good. Ooh. What a three.
Right in the defender's face, no problem at all for Mercury, just putting that one up with no hesitation.
Right between the eyes is now Masters. Will he return fire? It won't be a three, but it will be a 2 from a very pretty floater. Is a 4-point lead for the Mountaineers. As Chong calling for a play. Does get a screen there from Kuroda. Chong drives in, kicks it out. Richards for three. Off, rebound battled for. Out of play as the Saints will hold possession with Adam coming back into this one for Chong this time.
What a back and forth sequence that was, Harrison. Both teams, like you said, a turnover created, Mohawk goes down and then scores, and then St. Clair comes back and catches Mohawk, you know, with players down the other end, and the pace is just not slowed since the opening whistle.
Neckers, who had a great first quarter, no points in this one, and a block! Ike Rhoda sends it back. But the Saints regain possession. Masters plays it down the corner to Loyick, but stolen away by the Mountaineers. As you said, Matt, wow, that was impressive.
With a stank face out on that one. That was a response to the block earlier by Perrin, I think. I mean, just both teams showing they're equally as capable of these big statement plays.
Richards step back three, off, rebound. Ike Rhoda deflected off of him, but stolen away. The Saints take it back. Loyick driving, goes for the layup. No block this time. He'll put it in to make it a 2-point game. Once again, a 2-point lead. Jackson with it quickly, guarded by Loyick. Brings it off, Mercury drives, still holding on to it. Back out to Jackson. 10 seconds to go on the shot clock. Jackson back to Mercury. Mercury posting up, shot clock winding down. It's given away. And now Fazekas comes back, leaves it. Masters for three, short. Rebound controlled by the Mountaineers is Jackson to Adam. Quickly to Mercury. Mercury driving, still. Layup, no good, but rebound Ike Rhoda. And he'll put it in. Now Neckers with it. Plays it quickly to Masters. Masters takes the three and makes the three.
So Jacob Masters really showing up for the first time. We hadn't really said his name too much in the second quarter. I mean, he quiet by his standards, still isn't a bad quarter, but he shows up there with a huge three-pointer to bring this one back to a one-point contest. And just when you think Mohawk is getting their foot on the gas pedal, starting to pull away, St. Clair is just not allowing them to get this one anywhere close to out of reach, let alone out of hand or, you know, out of a one-point game or a one-possession game anyway.
I think if you're the Mountaineers, even when the Saints keep scoring, you have to make sure to score your own points. As we have a bit of a beautiful camera angle here between Troy Neckers and Iverson Chong. Chong, as I said, goes to my gym, LA Fitness, and clearly is putting those skills on display. So far in this one, a couple missed layups through a lot of contact, but has made his mark with the three and has been a pivotal point of this Mountaineer squad. As you see, 11 points per game, shooting 50% from three.
I mean, that's just, you know, a picture of efficiency there. If you're shooting 40%, you're one of the best shooters around, and he's up over 50%. He's not the most high volume shooter, but I mean, it's not that he's, you know, picky either. I mean, he'll put him up, as we saw. He's not afraid to shoot the three ball, and he'll make it too.
Yeah, I mean, 50%, that is video game numbers. As Richards bringing up the ball, gets a screen, plays it off to Adam. Down low, and a foul is called. As it was Marco Dosen getting hassled and hackled, as he probably will be for the entire of this game anytime he gets the ball.
Kind of seems like that's his happy place in the paint there. Maybe not happy getting the contact, but he seems to always, like you said, find a way to get at least two St. Clair defenders on him every time he's in there.
Adams three off, Loyick with the rebound, plays it off to Neckers. Neckers with a quick play down, but swatted away by Richards, and the Mountaineers will regain possession. That's twice now Richards has just swatted that ball away.
Obviously St. Clair in attack mode. Every time they get the ball, it is quick down the court. It's fast break. I mean, even when it's not really a fast break opportunity, they're pushing the pace. That time, like you said, they are swatted away. Not coming any harm against Mohawk, but they're certainly looking to challenge the Mohawk defenders on quick breaks.
Richards to Adam. Adam plays it off to Mercury. Dosen thought of the three, didn't take it. Now Raza with it. Raza driving, but has it stolen away. The other way come the Saints, this time on a true fast break, and that floater is good to give them back the lead. Adam with it once again, behind the back dribble, beautiful. Can't quite make the move. Now Raza to Dosen down low. Dosen outside, Mercury fakes the three, then drives, takes the layup, and makes it. Neckers bringing the ball back up for the Saints. Receives the screen from Tia. Plays it outside, down low, stolen away by Adam. Intercepting that pass. He hands it off to Richards. Richards to Mercury. Mercury gets a screen from Dosen. Now against Tia. In a one-on-one ISO, step back three. No good. Rebound held by Loyick. Andrew Loyick against Raza. Makes a spin move, thought about the shot, couldn't take it. Neckers now against Richards. Plays it back to Loyick. Loyick with a long-range triple, short. Rebounded by Mercury again. Mercury to Adam, quickly up the court. Adam with the layup and one!
Way to fight through contact there from Eltham Adam, much to the chagrin of the St. Clair bench, but that is an absolutely outstanding effort, and he has earned the right to celebrate that as he helped extend Mohawk's lead back up to 3 points. But the lead changes are aplenty here in the second quarter, Harrison, and I have a feeling there will be lots more to come.
Eltham Adam, to the joy of this Mountaineer crowd, with that and one, will get his chance at the line to give the Mountaineers a 4-point lead once again, and he does. That seems to be the standard lead so far in the second quarter when Mohawk has been up. But the Saints will look to respond once again. This time it is Fazekas, his mid-range jumper, and wow, what a tough shot that is on 1 foot. Some great defense, but better offense. It's Adam coming right back out, gives it to Chong. Chong receives the screen from Dosen, not able to pass it off, deflects off of a head. The floater from Dosen, he is fouled. Will get his chance at the line.
Back at the line from Dosen after kind of hucking one up there, hoping a prayer, but as you'll see here, he battled for the rebound on the offensive glass. Gets rewarded with 2 shots at the line.
Off the head of Mazantia. As another loose ball that bounces around.
Fikes coming into the game again for St. Clair.
Dosen will have his chance at the line with 2. First free throw is good. Second free throw from Dosen is good as well. Saints once again looking to get those points back as Brandon Harmon driving in. He gets a wide open mid-range look, and he'll take that gladly. As it seemed Raza went down hard. Sorry, Mercury went down hard. Obviously hope everything is okay. So he'll be picked back up, favoring an ankle. He will need a bit of help to come out.
Chong and Jenkins checking back into here.
Obviously, we hope Mercury is okay and he'll be able to come back in this one. Keep you updated on that as Chong plays it out to Jenkins. Jenkins to Raza. Raza looking, plays it off to Chong. Adam with it. Adam drives in, kicks it out. Jenkins fakes the 3. He drives in, now out. Chong, long 3 is short, rebound battled for. Not able to be collected as the Saints pick that one up. Now Loyic guarded once again. This time it is Raza. Loyic now guarded by Jenkins off the switch. He drives in, nice dribble move, goes for the layup. Can't get it to fall.
Defense by Jenkins there on a big size mismatch. Not phased at all. And he's showing why he's getting the Masters assignment today, and even when Masters isn't on the floor, he's done an exceptional job defensively.
Jenkins dribbles in, no lane for him. Chong gives it away, and now the other way come the Saints once again. 3 up from Fazekas, no good. With the clock winding down in this first half, buzzer beater is off as the Mountaineers will hold a 2-point lead at the end of the first half in what has been an entertaining, close affair.
I think that's an understatement there, Harrison. This has been probably the best basketball game in terms of competitiveness we've seen so far and had the pleasure of commentating. Similarly, I don't know if we mentioned it off the top, but in the last competition between these teams, there's only a 4-point deficit that separated them. That one went St. Clair's way. Right now, Mohawk sitting on a 2-point lead. So yeah, I think this is going to come down to the last few possessions as both squads are just locked in and playing some great basketball, great defense, and overall, you know, just not letting up in the slightest.
As you see the highlight reel coming your way, we'll be taking a quick 15-minute break. Enjoy the halftime show. Go grab a snack, take a nice break. We will be back shortly. Welcome back, everyone, to the second half of this very close game here at the Mohawk D-Bark Center. My name is Harrison Myers. I'm joined once again by Matt Jandrew. As start of this second half is right between the Mohawk Mountaineers and the St. Clair Saints, 43-41 after the first half. Loyick will start it off for the Saints. Neckers with the floater is off. Rebound there, handled by Dosen. Jenkins to Raza in the corner of Chung. Iverson Chung driving in, layup. Did seem to get deflected there by Fazekas. So he will collect it now. What a pass there to Loyick for three. Yes, sir. As the first points for the Saints in this second half, in this third quarter, give them the lead.
Yet another lead change, Harrison, so the twists and turns of this contest continue early on here in the third. Raza
did go down for his three, didn't quite go in, as Adam, though, able to pick up the offensive rebound, finds Chung, fakes it, gives it for Raza for three again. No good on his second opportunity. And now Masters bringing up the ball, leaves it for Loyick, but a backcourt violation. The Mountaineers will happily receive a gift.
Sure will, and these teams, we've been saying it all night, are neck and neck, not much separating them. As we said, St. Clair taking a 1-point lead now for yet another lead change, but just some stats to reflect how close these teams are. Both teams sitting at 4 second chance points. Points off turnovers, a little in Mohawk's favor, 12-4. Fast break points tied, or sorry, Mohawk's up 2-0. But, bench points are tied up at 11-11. So really looking at the statistics, it reflects it in the score as well. These teams are neck and neck, and both play as such complete teams. There's not, I mean, obviously we can say on St. Clair has Masters, who's played excellent, and Dosen has played excellent on the Mohawk side, but both teams are playing as a full unit.
Chung leaves it for Raza, who will once again give the lead back to the Mountaineers. The story really of the first half was Mountaineers struggling from the field, at least in the first quarter. Did really well from three, but then it was the opposite in the second. Struggled from three, great from the field. As that layup is good from Neckers. Right away comes Adam on the other side, gives it out to Raza, finds Chong. Now to Dosen. Dosen driving in on Tia, lays it in.
Dosen already coming into the second half at a double-double, and he's added a couple of points there and already another rebound. So his great productive night continues. And they're going to need him down the stretch. There's a bit of a gap in the defense there, as the switch just didn't really flow properly there.
Nice screen there, left Tia wide open for the slam. Jenkins leaves it to Raza, has it stolen away. And an easy open layup for Fazekas off the beautiful steal to give the Saints a 3-point lead. Other way comes Chong, his layup not good, but Dosen right there to clean it up, to put the lead back to 1 with 50-49. Loyick, double team, down goes Dosen. It open in the corner is Masters, good defense from Adam. He takes a dribble, three is good. What a three.
Talk about a contested shot. Masters just not phased one bit at all, and sinks another dagger to add to his 15 points in the first half.
Jenkins to Adam. Adam leaves it for Dosen, who will lay it in.
Mohawk getting caution for a delayed game there. I must have missed that. I don't know if you saw what happened there, Harrison, but perhaps something on the change.
Could have been that, or it could have been maybe that Dosen hit the ball away after making the layup. Not quite sure.
Yeah. Regardless, the Mountaineers getting cautioned by the ref. Oh,
Dosen with the steal. He'll go all the way with the slam and off the back of the rim. The Mountaineers still able to recover as Richards find Jenkins for three. Yes, sir!
All part of the plan. All part of the plan. Dosen just wanted to get the three-pointer there, but anyway, like you said, Jenkins finishing off that possession nicely.
Masters now against Adam. Masters receives a screen from Tia. Pick and roll stolen away by Richards. Richards has the open layup, and he'll make no mistake as the Mountaineers go on a bit of a run of their own to take a 3-point lead.
Is like a pendulum, the momentum in this game, Harrison. Back and forth, just never settling on one team, and both sides just not willing to let either one take over this game.
Lick pass it off, and a travel is called on Brown Fazekas that time. The Saints making 2 substitutions of their own. Coming in is Brandon Harmon, as well as Mazin Tia for his brother Musa Tia. It's Richards will bring up the ball, guarded closely by Masters. Play it off to Jenkins. Jenkins back to Richards. Richards to Adam. Adam to Raza. Raza finds Jenkins again. Jenkins layup is good.
Scott Jenkins putting on a show here in the third quarter.
It was a 3-point lead, now up to a 5-point lead for the Mountaineers. Down low to Tia, his layup, no good, and a charge called as the Mountaineers will get another chance to add to their lead.
I believe that's the second charge Mercury's drawn in this game. Done a fantastic job getting his feet set in the paint.
Another sub for the Saints. As it is Fikes coming back into this one. Richards will once again bring it up, guarded by Masters. Richards, Raza finds Adam, open corner 3. Off, rebound controlled by Fazekas, guarded by Raza. Fazekas plays it, Mike's into the corner for 3. Just short, battle for the rebound is won as Fazekas able to just outwill Scott Jenkins. Jenkins open for 3 from way downtown on that one. Off.
Not maybe the heat check he was hoping for. Frankly, it was the heat check. He, like you said, missed by a mile there on that 3-point attempt.
Definitely not what the Mountaineers would have wanted, with a chance to maybe get a bigger lead, as now Fikes with it. Driving inside, layup is no good, but a foul. So he'll get his 2 shots at the line. With Chong coming back into this one for Scott Jenkins.
Jenkins helping swing the momentum back in Mohawk's favor. Is going to get a chance to have a breather, and see if Iverson Chong can continue his good outing today. He's been distributing the ball well with 4 assists so far.
His first free throw from Devin Fikes is good. Second one off and out, but rebounded by the Saints. This time it is Harmon able to get on the end of that one. Fikes for 3 is good.
St. Clair back on top.
A 4-point swing after the missed free throws. Again, the rebounding from the Mountaineers not there as Adam plays it back to Chong and swatted away that time of Dosen. Fazekas goes the other way, has it lost, and a blocking foul is called on Chong.
He will get himself to the line. Just back and forth. See, I mean, it feels like this is going to be, buzzer beater territory when we get to the end of this game, the way that it's been so back and forth and so tight. No one's even extended out to a 2-point or double-digit lead. It's been about 3-4 points at the most. I think we saw Mohawk get up to 5 in this quarter. That was the biggest deficit we saw. And then St. Clair's since done nothing but play great basketball and get themselves back on top.
Either team able to consistently put points on the board when they're up. However, when they're down, they've been able to consistently come back and forth, not letting either one take a bigger lead, as first free throw is off from Fazekas. We'll get a second chance to make it a 2-point lead. Second free throw rolls out. The Mountaineers will happily take it back. Raza plays it off to Richards. Chong now assessing his options, guarded by Masters. Chong dribbles in, tries to find Richards, but it's out of his reach.
Too much sauce on that toss.
As Jackson checking in now for Raza.
Harrison, if the OCAA had primetime matchups, this would be a primetime game, what we've got to see so far. The 1 and 2 seed in the West Division has not disappointed.
Both undefeated, as you said, 1 and 2 seed in a very close game as that one, a foul on Fikes as Richards goes down hard. The Mountaineers will hold possession from their own end. Chong gonna be the one to bring the ball up.
Jenkins, after a quick breather, looks like he's ready to check back in.
Chong off to Adam. Elton Adam dribbles in, finds Jackson. He dribbles, takes the layup, and makes it, hanging in the air. A beautiful layup. Now Neckar's coming back, guarded by Richards. Leaves it off for Masters, guarded by Chong. Masters, hesitation, dribbles in, goes for the layup. It's short. Foul called as he'll get a trip to the line. With both teams making a sub. As we said, Scott Jenkins going to be coming back into this one. A bit unsure what the foul was as we see the replay. No contact was made on the shooting arm. Maybe contact on the body is what most likely. First free throw does go in to tie up this game at 60. Second free throw good to give the Saints the lead right back. And coming in for the Saints is Lorder Freyham. He's getting his first minutes of this third quarter after playing in the second quarter. Jenkins off to Elton Adam, back to Jenkins, finds Chong. Chong to Adam, back to Chong. He'll take the pull-up three, and yes, sir.
That one was from Acton, man. That was deep. That was a crazy three ball. Iverson Chong showing us just how far his range can go as they forced a turnover immediately off of that big three ball.
Miscommunication there as the Mountaineers take back possession. But that was a contested tough three there, and I can tell you he does that all the time down in LA, so it's always nice to see him do it on the big stage. Chong once again, corner three, this time off. Rebound controlled by Harmon. Harmon bringing it up against Jackson. He drives in, his layup off. Rebounded by the Mountaineers. EK Rhoda plays it off to Jenkins. Jenkins, alley-oop. Oh, that would have been beautiful. Still a battle down low with Jackson going down hard. The Saints able to recover. Fazekas going down the other way, kicks it out. The drive out Neckers for three is good. As the blows continue to be traded. Counter punch after counter punch. Jenkins now with it.
This
plays
one's
it off.
Definitely going all 10 rounds, that's for sure.
Adam does go out of bounds as the Saints will regain possession. Now up 64-63. And once again, it is Loader Fram.
Brandon, you know it? Stay reverse.
As a foul is called on Elton Adam. Now, Saints will get the inbound in Mountaineer territory. Neckar's taking the free throw and two subs, one sub for each team being made. Richards checking back in for Iverson Chong. And once again, it will lead the Saints with possession. Pugnami, guarded by Jenkins. Tries to make a move around, can't quite. Neckers does make his move, goes for the floater, short, rebounded by the Saints again. Neckers with it, guarded by Adam. Goes for the floater again, no good. Adam gets the rebound. Adam fakes the drive, back to Richards, finds Jenkins. Doesn't shoot it. Now Richards has it once again. Richards to Jenkins. Jenkins will take the three and makes the three.
From deep again. So the three balls are flying here for the Mohawk Mountaineers. They're getting hot from beyond the stripe.
Another heavily contested three is now in the corner for three and returned fire. Once again, this time from Brandon Harmon.
Are you not entertained, folks? This is absolutely A-grade back and forth basketball.
Richards back to Adam. Adam takes his three. That one's short. Battle for the rebound. And a foul is called on Scott Jenkins on the loose ball. Raza coming back into the game for Adam.
Jenkins not the tallest player out there, but he certainly got up there and tried to battle for that rebound, but unfortunately made a little too much contact. Is now St. Clair in the bonus with only 46 seconds left. Looking to extend that lead up to three going into the fourth.
Sykes' first free throw is off. We'll get a second chance with 46 seconds to go in this third quarter. And with how these first three have gone so far, everything indicates to a very close fourth quarter. Second free throw off.
Big free throw misses right there.
Raza did go down, but the Mountaineers still able to control the rebound. Jenkins' long-range three is off, rebounded by the Saints. A bit of a fast break opportunity, but it goes out of play. A big bounce there for the Mountaineers. With 34 seconds exactly to go in the third, they'll get another chance to take back the lead.
That's two tough, unforced errors, the missed free throws, and then the missed fast break chance there that turned into a turnover.
Jenkins to Richards. Richards down low. Ike Rhoda yet to miss a shot in this one. Plays it out. Kazim Raza for two. No good. Rebounded by Jackson. Nearly fell down awkwardly. A kick ball could have been called. A battle for the loose ball. As both Raza and Kugnami went down hard there. Kugnami went down hard there. As he'll get his trip to the line.
So another opportunity to get this up to a three-point lead. We'll see. Like we said, coming into this one, free throw shooting not one of the highlights of this St. Clair offense, although they have had a lot of success everywhere else shooting the ball. The free throw line has not been terrific so far. Well, there's one.
First free throw from Kunami is good. The Mountaineers will have plenty of time after his second shot to get up a good look of their own. The second free throw is nothing but net. Substitution for the Mountaineers that it is Dosen coming back in for Ike Rhoda. With, as I said, 13.4 to go. You would love to get those 2 points back heading into the fourth to make it a one-point game once again. Richards with it. Plays it to Jackson. Down low, Dosen has it swatted away. Foul is called as the Saint bench explodes in frustration.
See, we had Dosen's back turned to us, so we'll get a look at it here. And despite the protest, like you said, from the St. Clair Saints bench, Dosen's going to be getting 2 shots at the line there. Although the refs are having somewhat of a discussion.
Don't see this often, as don't really know what the discussion is. Probably about that last foul.
We've said in the past, we're always willing to step in as replay officials, although we are biased.
So we'll be an inbound play with 2.4, so no free throws. Plenty of time for the Mountaineers to get a shot up. Question is, will they be able to get through this Saint defense? outside Dosen. Got to take the shot, won't go, and it will be a 3-point lead, 69-66, heading into the final quarter of this one in what has been a close game, as we will have a highlight package coming your way.
And yeah, and we saw in the first quarter, St. Clair was up 1 point at the end of that. Mohawk came back in the second, and they had a 3-point swing at the end of that quarter. This time, St. Clair with a 3-point swing, so we'll see if Mohawk bounces back. We've seen some stellar play on both sides, and the three balls were just, I mean, the 3-point shooting was clearly a fixture, something that both sides wanted to focus on in the third.
Yeah, I mean, you know, when one team gets a three, then the other team feels like they have to get it back, and I feel like every single one of those return fire threes have gone in for both teams. As Marco Dosen on your screen, one of the highlight players for this Mountaineer squad, getting hackled any chance he gets the ball.
It's already.
So we will have a beautiful little graphic coming your way between Dosen and Masters, the two players that you could easily say both MVPs for their team. Masters has made a couple of tough threes, has driven the ball very well. Dosen has made his only three that he's taken. A lot of layups, gotten a lot of rebounds. It's been a nice duel between the two, just as their teams have dueled very nicely as well.
Yeah, coming into this one, we knew these were going to be the focal points of either side's offense. Marco Dosen leading the team in points per game, rebounds per game. Marco Dosen top 5 in scoring in all of OCAA, coming in at least in points per game wise. So both of them are going to be huge down the stretch, as we are still in a one-possession game heading into the fourth quarter. This is kind of uncharted territory for us, Harrison. We've called a lot of blowouts, thankfully in the favor of our Mohawk Mountaineers, but today we're going to call an exciting fourth quarter battle, and we will see as we look at a little looky at the third quarter highlights.
Saw there Loyick, one of those threes that we talked about. As well as Scott Jenkins. We had a couple baskets in that third quarter. As we are about to get ready in the fourth. In a 3-point lead for the St. Clair Saints. The Mountaineers will have possession. Let's get one more look at all those threes. Chong, Jenkins, some steals made by Richards. You're going to need all that and more for both teams if you're going to want to pull away with the victory. Both teams heading into this one undefeated, 1-2 in the conference in a 3-point game. This is what you play for. As Richards finds Jenkins. Jenkins double team just a little. Back out to Richards. Richards dribbles in, doesn't have the look. Adam with it again. Lobs it over to Raza, nearly had it stolen away. Shot clock winding down. Richards has to fire. It's short, deflects. Pass, a battle for the loose ball.
I think that'll be called. The jump ball is, called in favor of St. Clair there.
Saints will regain possession and will have a chance to give themselves a little bit of more breathing room. Only up by 3. Mountaineers will continue a bit of a press. Jenkins all the way up there against Loader Fram. Passed across now, it's Harmon. Harmon leaves it to Konami. Loyick, back out. Layup is up, no good from Fikes. Mountaineers regain possession. Raza nearly lost it, plays it off to Jenkins. Scott Jenkins. Back to Kazim Raza, fakes the 3, dribbles in, tried to find Dosen, does, layup is good.
I don't know how Raza got that pass off, let alone Dosen receiving it and then putting it up, because there was all kinds of contest there for that.
Great defense being played, better offense being played as well. Fikes with it, guarded by Dosen, plays it back out. Konami drives in, tries to play it out. nearly lost it. Shot clock winding down. A shot has to be put up, and the shot will not be put up in time as the Mountaineers, with some more stellar defense, to regain the ball. You know what else I realized? Both of these teams haven't really, I don't think they called a timeout yet.
The second half, I don't think we did see one in that entire third quarter, now that you mentioned Harrison. I think it's because neither team has, you know, you'd think a timeout killed the momentum of the other team. Neither team has had such a swing that they couldn't overcome. I mean, St. Clair now is up a point, but we've really seen nobody overwhelm the other side. So yeah, you got to imagine there'll be some timeouts used in this quarter, though, considering it will probably come down to the wire.
Especially with fatigue maybe coming into play. Jenkins with it once again. Jenkins wanting a screen. He'll drive in, pass. He'll put it up, and a foul is called. Well, that'll put him at the line. Jenkins will get his first free throws in this one. First free throw is off.
Jenkins really came alive offensively in that last quarter.
Second free throw is good. Masters with it. Once again, one of the players that we put a spotlight on, and for good reason. Now Fikes with it. Fikes back to Masters, started by Richards.
He's a dangerous shooter from everywhere.
Dawson right there to help. Fikes has a chance for three, and it's good.
Contested threes are just raining down in this game.
Once again, Saints retaking the lead, now up by 3. Richards plays it to Adam. Adam guarded by Loyick. He'll drive right back in. The floater, no good, but gets his rebound back, but lost it. Once again, the Saints will have possession and a chance to add on to a slim lead.
They certainly have had the advantage in this tug-of-war battle in the last few minutes. They've held on to the lead as probably as long as anyone has this half. Oh!
And a big collision there. It seemed Raza ran into Masters.
Sorry, I think it was it reversed? Yeah. Oh, it was a sort of an unintentional collision on both sides, but they both went down pretty hard in protesting their argument to the ref.
I don't know how that could be called a foul. I think that'd just be Saints ball from the inbound. Oh, I think that's what they're doing.
Yeah,
I thought they were going to give free throws.
No, I think you are right. It is going to be Saints ball on an inbound.
Nami plays it into Loyick. Loyick guarded tightly by Adam. Shot clock winding down for Fazekas. Screen by Fikes. Fazekas gonna have to muster up some sort of miracle shot, and does. No good. Rebounded by Raza. He'll play it to Richards. Richards quickly up the court to Adam. Adam had Dosen. No shot there. Now Chung with it. Chung driving. Plays it down low. Adam with the dribble and lays it in to make the lead 1 once again.
Nice little touch there from Adam, who's had an underratedly sneaky good game, I would say. He has been all over the score sheet in a lot of facets.
Richards guarding Masters. Kicked out. Unami almost lost it, got it back. Shot clock winding down again. Masters has to heave it, finally misses. That one goes out of play, almost into the crowd. A good block by that fan to save some people's faces.
Credit him on a deflection.
Jackson subbing back on for Raza. Actually, it is Saints ball. Referee's having a quick discussion with 2.7 left on the shot clock, so the Saints will have to get up some sort of shot. As that inbound play goes past everyone, Fazekas puts it up, No good. Rebound battled for. Taken by Adam. Fast break opportunity. Adam driving in. Doesn't have anyone. Dosen back out. Plays it. Richards fakes the three. Gets him to jump. Finds Adam. Dribbling in. Now Dosen once again. He drives. Kicks it out to Chong. Chong. His drive with the shot clock winding down. No good.
Marco Dosen seemed to step awkwardly on his right ankle there. You can see him favoring it now. We'll see if that leads to anything else. I have a hard time believing he'll want to come out of the game at this point. Everything on the line, but something to keep an eye on there, Harrison.
I don't think he'd come out if he knows he can still play. With 2.5 to go, Chong will get it in to Dosen, mid-range jumper!
One ankle, no problem.
At the buzzer to give the Mountaineers the lead right back, but the floater immediately from Neckers, no good. Chong able to get the rebound, plays it immediately to Adam. Adam driving in, and that's gotta be a foul, and good call by the ref, as in no way, shape, or form was Fazekas planted before that.
And Adam slow to get to his feet here after a hard collision.
Mountaineers making a big three-man change. Maybe not quite a platoon, but a nice little three musketeers.
It's a line change.
It will be Dosen coming out, and Richards as well.
And whether he likes it or not, he'll get an opportunity to rest whatever was bothering him there. Good to see Adam at the free throw line after going down hard with some contact.
Free throws now for both teams are going to be so important. The first one no good to keep the game at a 1-point lead. Mountaineers have missed 2 free throws so far in this fourth quarter. Adam's second one is off as well. Now Masters coming the other way. Guarded by Adam. Chong there to help. The switch is made. Neckers now. Plays it across to Fazekas. Playing it down low to Tia. Tia's layup is good.
Beautiful move in the post there. Getting his squad back on the winning side.
Chong with it. Gets the screen. Now attacking. Out to Adam. Tried to get the step back three. Didn't take it. Now Jenkins. Heel drive. Goes in. Layup. No good. Jackson deflects it in. I don't know how he made that, but you will take that.
A friendly bounce for sure.
Once again, the Saints coming the other way. Now travel is called on Masters. A big turnover there. The Mountaineers will get another chance to have just a bit of breathing room. No timeouts being called.
No one is, it's like they're playing chicken, waiting to see who makes the first move, and I think it's because, and you know, just as we say that, timeout's called, so there you go. So St. Clair takes the first timeout of the half, like you said, Harrison. But yeah, maybe Mohawk able to create a little bit of a cushion. I mean, no one's really had a cushion at all. I think 5 points is the biggest lead spread we've seen this whole game. Right now they're clinging to a 1-point lead, but you have to imagine that will flip-flop until the very last possession.
Yeah, I mean, if you can make it a 2-possession game, even just as small of a lead that would be, a 2-possession game with how this has gone could be huge, as St. Clair are the first to chicken out and to call a timeout, but definitely both teams needing a breather at one point. I mean,
it had to happen. I mean,
it had to
it was going on. I don't blame them for both teams playing so well, but and I think with the way that contested shots have been going up and falling for these teams, you know, one possession is not going to be enough to be comfortable with any amount of time left on the clock. You need to have a 2-score cushion in order to feel good, because a buzzer beater with the way these teams are shooting the ball is certainly not out of the question if you are within 2 3-point deficit.
Big moment for the Mountaineers here to make the lead just a little bit bigger. Emphasis on little as Chong plays it out to Jenkins now. Jenkins still holding on to it. Finds Jackson, finds Chong. Chong getting a screen with the shot clock winding down. Doesn't use it, goes around, foul is called. The Mountaineers will get a nice reset of the shot clock to 14 seconds. Another sub being made for the Saints, as it is Harmon checking back into this one. It's Chong on the inbound. Looking, fakes the pass, gives it to Jenkins now. Jenkins dribbles in, still holding on to it. Finds Chong. Chong driving, shot clock winding down, gets blocked. Jackson can't quite get the rebound back, but that one just given away. And now Raza steals it away. Raza drives, layup is good!
What an absolutely crazy turn of events. After a huge rejection by St. Clair, an errant pass finds its way to Kazim Raza.
Tia passes out, open corner three, no good. A shocking miss coming from Harmon. The Mountaineers come right back with a chance to open up a even bigger lead as Jenkins with it. He waits, maybe trying to take a shot, can't. Finds Raza. Shot clock winding down once again. Raza drives, floater, no good. Rebounded by Fazekas. Fazekas able to get it through to Neckers. Harmon layup is good.
So the great 1-point lead is back. An all familiar deficit for this game, with time starting to get down to the final minutes.
Chung kicks it out. Jackson driving in, layup, no good. Rebounding LaDon, puts it in. As the Mountaineers make it a two-possession game once again.
Huge basket, huge second chance opportunity. St. Clair has been the greater team on the boards.
Battle is won there by Jackson. He'll play it out to Jenkins, maybe a transition chance. Jenkins drives, has it swatted away, but you'll be okay with that if you're a Mohawk. Substitutions being made.
Hey, he loses that. He called it.
A timeout will be called for the Mountaineers after some discussion.
I don't know why he was so excited to say that he loses that timeout.
I don't know if there was confusion about who was getting possession of the ball, and then maybe Mohawk wanted a little take-backsy, but regardless, Mohawk will call their first timeout of the half.
I've never seen a coach that excited for a timeout being used. We'll have a highlight package replays of everything that has happened in another very close quarter.
That was the miraculous Adam bucket there.
Speaking of miraculous, how about that? Buzzer beater there.
Oh, and there's Raza on the second chance after
No foul.
catching that errant pass. Could have been a foul, but anyway. This one certainly has lots of momentum left, lots of gas in the tank, Harrison.
Definitely. This timeout will be coming to an end, and a 3-point lead for the Mountaineers, 79-76. With 2:52 to go. And Scott Jenkins will be on the inbound. Jenkins finds Dosen. Dosen will take the mid-range, and another clutch mid-range to make it a 5-point lead for the Mountaineers, something we haven't said in probably since the second quarter, Matt.
Can't give Dosen that much space in the mid-range. He'll make you pay every single time. St. Clair finding that out the hard way.
Tia drives on Dosen, passes it back out. Now the chance for Masters. He drives in his floater, no good. Rebounded by Dosen. Now Jenkins, outlet pass. Adam driving, blocked once again by Mazin Tia. The Mountaineers will keep possession with 19 seconds on the shot clock, with a chance to add on to their lead.
This is the time, if you're Mohawk, that you cannot afford unforced errors. You need to keep building on this lead, because no one has fully captured the momentum for a longer stretch than a couple of minutes.
Won't be able to do it on that possession as Chong just gives it away. So the Saints will regain possession.
Mazin, become available.
Andrew Loyick will inbound it. Now Neckers. Back out to Masters, nearly lost it. Finds the open corner three. No good from Fazekas. Now Chong with it. And the Mountaineers will definitely want to milk some clock here, up by 5.
Yeah, no rush to get this shot off. Just find a good opportunity, keep moving it around. No need to force anything at all at this point.
Shot clock winding down. Chong attacking, finds Raza, has to fire. No good. Loyick the rebound. Nice spin move there. 2 spin moves. Plays it down low to Tia, who will lay it in.
The big man, like a whirling dervish out there.
It is once again a 3-point game with 1:20 to go. 2-possession game for the Mountaineers if they can get this one. Jenkins back to Adam. Adam driving, back out Raza for 3. No good. Rebounded by Adam. Chung with it. Outside, Dosen fakes it, now fires short. Off the fingertips of Loyick, so the Mountaineers will take back possession.
And we are looking at 60 seconds on the dot left on the clock, Harrison. And that Adam, if this goes as a score, that Adam offensive rebound we saw just a few moments ago will go down as a huge play. And now 2 shots for Adam at the line.
Speaking of huge, how about that? Going through the contact, through a layup, and he'll get 2 shots at the line that could make it once again a 2-possession game. 5 fouls called on Mazantia now, as he'll be fouled out of this one. Fikes coming back in, as well as Richards for Jenkins. Now, 2 biggest free throws of the night so far with Elton Adam. He will make the first.
That's
so now
huge.
make it a 4-point lead.
Make it a 2-possession game. Make it just tax on a little more insurance here with this one. And you're looking at a good chance at coming away with the victory here.
Second free throw is good after missing his last 2. He makes both to make it a 5-point lead for the Mountaineers. Now Masters driving, kick that, stolen away! Intercepted by Chung.
Possibly the play of the game if they come away with the victory here. Chong with a huge steal on Masters in the clutch.
Chong now with it once again. He drives, kicks out, back to Raza now. Raza to Dosen, shot clock winding down. Dosen for 3, no good, just short, but with 30 seconds left, the Saints are gonna have to come back with points of their own. Loyick for 3, that one off, rebounded by Dosen. They're trying to intentionally foul, and they will on Richards with 19.4 to go in a 2-possession game, 5-point lead for the Mountaineers. Any added points here would be a dagger to the Saints, as they will have to intentionally foul any chance they get now.
They're gonna have to hope and pray that a free throw is missed at this stage, because like you said, any additional points are kind of the nail in the coffin, with only maybe 2 possessions if you're lucky, if you can generate some sort of turnover after a quick shot. But just like that, the lead goes up to 6, and it becomes just a tiniest bit far out of reach, but we'll see. I mean, crazier things have happened. Richards
sinks his second. Timeout called by the Saints.
And a huge momentum swing right at the end. I mean, we thought it might even be a little tighter at the end, but nevertheless, Mohawk coming up huge with some big plays, big offensive rebounds. Iverson Chong with maybe the play of the game, generating a steal off Masters, who was, you knew he wanted the ball in his hands in that moment and looked for the pass, and Iverson Chong maybe icing the game with that.
The 2 free throws from Adam. into the steal by Chong, into another 2 clutch free throws, this time from Richards. May as well ice this game. As we await now that team's talking it over. The Saints will start with the ball from the halfway line off the timeout. Needing big points here.
You need a three-pointer, and you need it ASAP, Harrison. This is going to become a game of seconds, of fractions of seconds, as you're going to need to get somebody open immediately. And if you're Mohawk, you just got to do anything you can to get a hand in the face of whoever is shooting that ball.
Loyic with it. Gonna have to take a quick shot or not. He'll drive in on Dosen. Layup is good. Timeout called by the Mountaineers immediately after that.
And now you're sitting at a 5-point deficit. You're probably going to get fouled right away. But the St. Clair Saints not going away quietly. I think that's for certain.
Definitely not, but they're going to have to hope and pray the Mountaineers miss some free throws. Or a quick giveaway and interception, as we saw Chong do it to them. But as you said, crazier things have happened as both teams talking it over. And what has been a exciting game, to say the least, as what we said kind of came to fruition. We said it was going to be a close game, and you know, a 5-point lead heading into the fourth is exactly that. It's both teams now getting out of their huddles, getting ready to go. If you're the Mountaineers, I wonder who you put on the free throw line. Maybe Richards again?
It's going to be a tough choice. We'll see what they come out with it. Richards has been so good. Dosen's been good. I mean, if you're Mohawk, though, you want to shave a second, a millisecond, anything off the clock before you...
Game, match, set. Marco Dosen.
That will do it. Marco Dosen has just put what is likely the icing on the cake by creating a 3-point play, as long as all things fall at the free throw line.
A risky play call there from head coach Jamie Girolamo, but look at that.
I held my breath. I held my breath when I saw that in the air, but then you see it in the hands of Marco Dosen, and he comes up huge.
And he could come up even bigger with a made free throw. As it is now a 7-point lead for the Mountaineers. Dosen will make the free throw. Actually, no, they did not count the and one. I guess the foul was issued before the shot went up, but still 6-point lead now for the Mountaineers. Dosen's second shot is good. Money to make it a 7-point game. No timeout is called by the Saints once again, and I think this is just, I think it's academic. I don't know what you can do with 10 seconds unless a literal miracle, you know, giveaway or turnover occurs, because down by 7, 2 threes wouldn't even tie you the game.
No, but you know what? Credit to them, they're not going to give up, because frankly, this game has been played so close. I mean, it could have gone either way. I mean, at any point, Mohawk just happened to get their swing, their momentum. The pendulum went back in their direction at the right time. It could have easily gone the Saints' way. This loss, if it goes down as it's looking, I don't think it's anything, any discredit to the skill of St. Clair. They just, you know, they were outmatched just by an inch, by a millimeter. You know, it's that close between these two squads. I think 7 points is not even a reflection of how close it was. I think I would have thought after the first couple quarters it was ending in a 1-2 point contest.
It's a game of inches. It comes down to bounces and battles. And as it stands, the Mountaineers have won the majority of those. Saints with 10.3 to go will look for what's surely a quick three. Inbound pass across to Loyick. Step back three is up, will be short. Dosen will collect the rebound, but loses it. Fazekas has to fire it and does, but that'll do it. The Mountaineers will win and will stay undefeated 5-0 in what was a entertaining bout, to say the least. What a game, what a victory for the entire squad. We will have a special post-game victory interview coming from Matt Jandrew. It's the final score, 87-80. Interview will be with Scott Jenkins, as both teams will shake hands. Great sportsmanship and what was an absolute battle. A pleasure to watch, to say the least. Definitely the closest game we've called all season for really any sport. Maybe the soccer games, some of them closer than the 1-1 tie that we saw in the beginning, but this game, 7-point victory, as Matt said, not a slight to the Saints, who easily could have taken this one, but the Mountaineers able to win their battles, win by 7, as we will now be heading over to Matt Jandrew with the post-game interview.
Thank you, Harrison. I'm here with the player of the game, Scott Jenkins. Scott, you guys remain undefeated, but this was easily the tightest contest you guys have had in the regular season anyway. Yeah. What did you like from the entire team and yourself in what was easily your biggest challenge so far?
Yeah, I felt like we really locked in on defense today. Like, that was our main focus in the locker room coming in, was making sure we knew what our defensive assignments were and that we were all in the right spots, and I feel like we executed that really well today. And we shot the ball well, so you need that to win. Absolutely, no doubt. And you got another game coming up tomorrow. What's the game plan? What are you looking forward to, and how are you going to keep things rolling as they've gone so far in the season? Yeah, we're just like, we put all of our focus on the defensive end of the floor, so that's going to be our focus going into the game tomorrow. We're going to make sure we can execute our plays, execute our sets, and try and get a win. Absolutely. Thank you so much, Scott. Congratulations. We look forward to watching the rest of the year, and back to you, Harrison. Thank you.
Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Scott. As Matt just said, we will be back tomorrow in the afternoon with 2 more basketball games. So that is me, Harrison Myers, and Matt Jandrew signing off. We will see you all tomorrow. Have a good rest of your night.